Local news about local people. This is Newslink Indiana.
Good evening, I'm Chris Bavender. Thanks for joining us. Delaware County Prosecutor Richard Reed won't seek the death penalty for the two men accused of robbing and killing Ball State student Karl Harford last spring, despite the wishes of Harford's family. Reed will instead seek a life sentence without parole against 22-year-old Damian Sanders and a lesser sentence against 18-year-old Brandon Patterson. Reed says it will be too expensive and risky to ask for the death penalty. According to Reed, the age of the defendants and the general nature of the evidence led to his decision. Police also arrested a 14-year-old boy shortly after Harford's death in March, but later dropped the murder charge. However, Reed says he may refile it once the other two cases are decided. Now, according to police, Harford gave the trio a ride home from a party. They then lured him into an abandoned home, robbed him of $2, shot him in the head, and left his body in the back seat of his car. After a year of controversy, the issue of renaming a Muncie street still hasn't been resolved. Newslink Indiana's Abby Walton tells us how the City Council's decision has drawn mixed reaction.
It's an old issue getting new life. The renaming of Broadway Street to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Monday night, almost a year after the proposal was first defeated, it was once again on the City Council agenda. This time, 3 council members abstained from voting.
The Indiana Code is exactly why I abstained.
Okay.
By the way I read that, the executive is the mayor. He has a right to rename or name streets.
In order for the ordinance to move on to a vote, 5 members must be in favor of the action. Monday, only 3 responded favorably, something Randall Sims says is sad.
I just think it's a continuation of business as usual.
The proposed compromise ordinance would rename just a portion of Broadway, south of Hackley, at the railroad tracks to McGalliard Road. Virginia Randall, who owns Off-Broadway Antique Mall, says what the mediation team sees as a compromise, she sees as an inconvenience. Randall has owned the business since 1985. Changing the address could hurt her financially.
While they may be defeated on this issue for now, Sims and others say they won't be backing down anytime soon. In Muncie, Abby Walton, Newslink, Indiana.
The vote not to introduce the ordinance means it could be back before the council at its September 13th meeting. Now here's a look at the Newslink Indiana forecast. We may have to deal with some stormy weather tonight. There's a 30% chance of showers and storms after midnight. That is Newslink Indiana. Join us at 10:57 for more news. And don't forget local news about local people 24 hours a day at newslinkindiana.com.